important that you're with it from the start. 30 seconds. Ooh, isn't it good? Exciting. God, I get built up like this. I'm looking at my brains now. It doesn't take long. 20 seconds. Yeah. No, pass back there! No, pass back there! Here, we're ready to go. Yes, come on, pass. Yes!
Very funny. Welcome.
Sorry to bother you, I've just been thinking.
Yes, I thought I could smell wood burning.
I just think my talents are being wasted. I mean, is there nothing else you can use me for?
Well, the drains aren't blocked at the moment, Tony, but you go down to the dungeon and I'll let you know. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little fractious. I'm not in a very good mood at the moment because we've... Well, on Tuesday... No, let me tell you the story. On Tuesday, the Crinkly Bottom Art Gallery was broken into and the Van Gogh was stolen. I only donated it to the gallery last week. The ink was still wet. It's the only Van Gogh which he actually used a felt tip to paint. I mean, how am I going to explain it to him? How am I going to persuade Van Gogh to come back to Crinkly Bottom and do another one? I mean, I can't phone him. He doesn't always hear the phone ring. I get used to people coming to the door and insulting me, but the child on wait till I get you home. Starting to perpetuate this idea there's something wrong with my head. I mean, I can take it from them, but from Junior? God.
Do you know anyone on television who wears a wig?
You. What you did?
This week's Gotcha will put a smile on Victor Meldrew's face. What on earth did we do to Chris AKABUSSI to get this reaction?
What a stitcher!
We got the big pork pie. Yes, lies and truth in the big pork pie. We all do it every now and again, you know, the lie, we're just good friends, or, oh, I've got nothing to declare, or, no, I really don't mind the headlines on the Crinkly Bottom Observer each week. They don't get me down. So let's see what the newspaper has got here. The Crinkly Bottom Wanderers have installed underground heating, but it's ruining the pitch. They have to keep digging it up to change the coal each time. And, yes, the traffic department have announced that following the success of the roundabout at the end of the high street, they're putting up a helter-skelter by the library. She's slept through better shows than this one, you know. Now, we had Children in Need last night, and Crinkly Bottom was in the forefront of the fundraising. We had the first episode of Doctor Who in 3D, and we've got part 2 coming up this evening. We invited you to do some voting, and let's see how that voting has gone, because do you want Big Ron, or do you want Mandy to help the Doctor in the episode we'll be showing? Mandy's in the lead at the moment, but note those phone calls. Note the numbers. 0891-114455 if you would like Mandy to be helping the doctor, or it's 0891-114466 if you think that Big Ron ought to be helping the doctor. And remember, the more you phone, the more money we raise for children in need, and the part 2 of Dimensions in Time coming with your 3D glasses. But who is a brick in the wall? Who have we got hiding in the panel game? This is Martin. He's 28 years old. He works for British Rail. He can eat 4 hot dogs on the trot. Yeah, I'm not surprised you're on the trot. He's obsessed with football. He's an Arsenal fan. They're all Crinkly Bottom Wanderers fans there. I was about to say Ian Wright's on the show, but I won't mention that. Who should be the New England manager then?
Oh, Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby. Couldn't do worse, could he? Michelle is Martin's girlfriend, and she'd like to ride in the back of a limo with Kevin Costner.
Yeah, with a smile on my face.
Yeah, well, he's an Arsenal supporter, is he? And she can play the spoons while swinging her knickers at the same time. I think Kevin Costner will be very impressed with that. OK, over here we got Pat from the Crinkly Bottom kitchen. Some of my chocolate money for you. Also, we've got lovely Teddy, a chance to go out to an Indian restaurant of your choice, a rocking horse. We've got the Fisherman's Cup and saucer, cockerel off the top of the wind vane. We got, what's that, carrots, fresh carrots up there as well. And something at the top by way of a surprise. All we need are some questions. Give me a question!
I've got a question for you, Noel.
Yes.
What is a shuttlecock? Thank you. What is a shuttlecock made of? Is it made of goose feathers or duck feathers?
You invest. Duck feathers or goose feathers for the shuttlecock? What are they made of?
Goose.
Goose. You're quite right. You want Don't encourage him.
I thought somebody'd walk on behind me. So a pentagon...
Oh, big word.
Difficult to get punched for this. A pentagon has 5 sides or 7 sides.
You don't bring me flowers.
That's not funny.
Well, all right then. The number of sides depends on whether you count the inside and the outside as well.
Right. Okay, so 5. Go for 5.
We can for 5.
Chocolate money. Give me a question!
I've got one for you down. Lovely. Scores on the doors, Miss Fold.
Oh, thank you.
When white smoke rises from the chimney of the Vatican, does it mean that the Pope has died or a new Pope has been elected? And this is for the cuddly top.
That means the cold man's been.
Holy smoke!
Oh, big Brian. So much
Nothing to do with the show. People like watching me.
Is it elected or died?
Elected.
Elected, you're right. You've got the
I came on the bus like this, you know. I've got a question.
Go on, Tom.
When Roger Moore played the Saint, who won? No. When Roger Moore played the Saint, what car did he drive? Was it an Aston Martin or was it a Volvo P1800?
Oh.
Was Roger Moore the Saint? He looked more like Greasy.
Thank you. What was it? Was it the Aston Martin or the P1800? No, it was the P1800. Give me a question!
Here's a question, Noel.
Thank you, Frank. Frank, why can't we see both your hands?
I'm rubbing off on you. Well, you nearly forgot the question. And by the way, I've just done it. How do you celebrate your first wedding anniversary? With paper or water? I celebrated with paper and water. I flushed the certificate down the toilet.
Paper, you're quite right, it wasn't paper yet. There's no more time. You got the pan there, and you got the chocolate money, you got the teddy bears, you didn't get the Indian thingy, but you got the what's it over there. Now, how much are you prepared to gamble on the panel game this week, Martin? This envelope, yes, I can see what it is. Do you think it's worth gambling? Yeah! Well, they've given given up all their fabulous prizes for a piece of turf from the Crinkly Bottom cricket pitch. It's hallowed ground, that hallowed ground. All right, have some carrots as well. There you go. That was the Cuddle Game. We've got Chris AKABUSSI in absolute fits over his gotcha. And NTV might well be making a star of you in your home. Just so little time to meet everyone. I'm sorry, the showing.
No, you're not.
Yes, NTV. Now, come on. That's him again.
I'm the window cleaner.
You surprised me.
Yeah, I'll clean the windows.
Yeah, I'd never have guessed.
Last time I saw somebody that short, I was up my ladder.
Look! I know you're Sammy the Shammy. I know you're the window cleaner.
Hey, do you know, I'll clean the windows.
Yes. What do you want? Do you want me to pay you?
Oh, no, don't do that, Noel. I'll have to think of a completely different nickname for you. Anyway, I haven't finished yet.
What do you mean you haven't finished? What else is there to do?
Well, I've got to wipe the lipstick marks off your mirror.
I'm going off him in a big way. Anyway, let's ignore interruptions like that. This summer we had the Arts Festival here in Crinkly Bottom, and we were blessed with 3 fine judges in the Vicar, the Reverend Jews, his charming wife, Monica Jews, and that sober character, Vince from the Pits. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a young lady who lives to perform. She is the, please, receptionist at Crinkly Bottom's Builders Merchants. And we often see her many a lunchtime walking down the high street on her way to rehearsals with a bucket of sand in each hand. Would you please welcome Yvonne Khalil? How dare you argue in front of the artiste?
77. 77. She's a good turn. 7.
No, stop that, Vince. No, we just stop. Yvonne Khalil, thank you very much indeed. Lovely. I invite all these impoverished villagers into the warm. This woman here says go away just because it's a weekend. Actually, I am looking for a lady this week. Hello? Do you tell lots of lies? No. You do look as if you're the sort who might well tell the truth. Let's come down here and say hello. Hello, what's your name?
I'm Anne.
Hello, and do you tell lies?
No, definitely not.
How would you like to be in the Big Pork Pie this weekend?
No, I don't think so.
No, what about you? Would you like to be in the Big Pork Pie?
No, I don't think so. Thank you very much.
Okay. Actually, I told a terrible lie because I'm after a man and it's Stuart Wilson. Hello, Stuart. Oh, he's on fire already. There we go. Okay, don't say a word, Stuart. You are now wired up to our voice stress analyzer. It will take into account that probably you're in a state of shock being pulled out in front of millions of people, but just try and think clearly. You only have to say yes or no with a lovely smile, but of course you've got to try and beat the machine and try and get this trophy for the big pork pie. We start with the control questions. Is your name Stuart Wilson?
Yes.
Somebody had their Weetabix this morning. Were you up until a minute ago sitting amongst my house guests?
Yes.
Is it Saturday?
Yes.
What a brain! We're so lucky to have a brain like that with us this evening. Here it is, here, for everybody except Stuart, he can't see this, is the truth that I will now try and extract from him, and the truth that he will try and hide. There it is. Just, it's quite a long one, so I'll just give you a moment or two to let that go through. And you can rest assured that Stuart's mind is just a bubbling lather of activity as he tries to work out what it is. So remember, you've got to try and beat the machine by lying in an undetected fashion. Are you a secret fan of Cliff Richard?
Yes.
It's true. Did you ever keep quiet about going all the way to Barcelona to see Cliff, only to find the concert had been cancelled?
Yes.
Have you ever been at a bistro wearing only an elephant's trunk for a dare?
Yes.
This is where you said that. I've got the photo. Did you ever go on a caravanning holiday and sneak off to a luxury hotel because you didn't want to slum it with everyone else?
Yes.
You're meant to be trying to tell lies. Are you keen to give an air of sophistication?
Yes.
I don't think you're going to win. Do people ever find you too difficult to get hold of?
No.
Do you like sporty, expensive cars?
Yes.
He's not going to win. Did your friend David frequently ask you for your mobile phone number?
No.
We're closing in now. Did you tell him that your phone was broken?
Yes.
Remember, to beat the big pork pie, you've got to lie convincingly. Stuart, did you have a car phone in your Porsche just for show? It was never connected, and to make matters worse, you're an estate agent.
No.
You get the pork pie. Can you think who gave me that information?
Yes.
Who?
Carolyn.
No, it's Dave Thompson. Dave Thompson gave me that information, and so he will get the trophy. And if you would like the big pork pie trophy, all I need to find out is details about someone you love, someone you care for, somebody you know has got a little secret, a little pork pie to hide. It's the big pork pie at Noel's house party, P.O. Box 2020, London W12 8Q6. Brain's gone. Telly Addicts postcode, that is. Sorry, 6HP. Right, take the trophy back to David.
Right.
Stay there a moment. We've got a Doctor Who update. Thank you for all the calls coming in. Really grateful for as many calls as possible and the pledges that go with them. Do you want Mandy or do you want Big Ron to be involved? Mandy's still in the lead. It looks like when we show you the second part of Dimensions in Time, it will be Mandy, but keep the calls coming. Excuse me a moment. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those parties.
Hello, Spotty.
Hello, Alex.
Oh, hello.
We love our Sarge.
Yeah, yesterday saved our bacon.
I had chips with mine.
We're on the tail of the crinkly-bottomed cat burglar.
I'm up to page 4.
A criminal, so clever he can steal your braces without you even knowing.
Yeah? What? It's important to take precautions. What's all this got to do with me?
Have you got an elastic band? Have you got any elastic bands? About that way.
Why? does. It's time to meet the little chap, Adam Housing. Wait till I get you home. This is Lorraine and Kevin. We are playing for a pair of Prue's old bloomers. I just said, who does Mum fancy? You know, just in that kind of general way. Did he say Rumpole of the Bailey, Andrew Lloyd Webber, John Leslie, or some other darling?
John Leslie.
He's on Blue Peter, the tall one.
Oh, John Leslie?
Yeah.
What would your mum do if John Leslie walked into the room?
Well, she would take him in the bedroom.
Teapot, it's the teapot! I asked him what sort of girl would he like to marry. Now, did your Adam say obedient, sexy, rich, or something else just as romantic?
Adam would have said sexy.
Body, sexy, nice body. Big boobs.
It's the clock radio. It's the clock radio. So I said, how do you know, Adam, that your mum and dad like each other? Now, did he say, well, I've seen them in bed. I intercept their letters. Sons know this sort of thing, Noel. Or something else.
Sons know these sort of things.
How do you know your mum and dad like each other?
I've seen them in bed.
Oh. Did they know you were there?
Yeah, because I've my dad's video camera in the room. I've got my dad's video camera just in the corner.
Uh-huh.
And in the morning I watched them all night.
How long did you record them for?
All night.
Are they aware of this
No.
spying? No.
They will be after this.
It's the gnome, it's worth the extra agony. So, of course, I changed the subject completely because I didn't want to embarrass you. And I said, what have you done with the tape? Did he say, it's with my lawyers? I'm working on a distribution deal right now. Here, Noel, you have it. Or something else that you definitely don't want to hear.
The last one. So what did you do with the tape?
Let my friends borrow.
Say? Computer games, okay. Does it say in one of these envelopes, I must eat a roast dinner every day for a week? Does it say I must go into town with Nanny every weekend for a month? Or does it say I must promise to lend Noel Edmonds the video of Mum and Dad?
I choose the green.
You're going for the green, are you, right?
I must promise to destroy that video of Mum and Dad as soon as I get home.
No, don't go and lock up the video just yet, because you'll miss the party. But what's worse than that happening to you? NTV, I suppose, just... I don't know. Panel games, big pork pies, doorbells... I don't know, it's just not fair. No time!
I can handle pygmies.
How can I help?
Is this the Imperial War Museum?
Why?
I've come here to get stuffed.
Have you been done? It's a great honour, isn't it, sir?
Is it?
It's a great honour. You'll be standing there and you... Oh, there you are, sir. Oh, sir, I remember you. You was in the Sudan with us, wasn't you? You were that young officer, I remember you well. You were in charge of retreating, weren't you, sir?
No.
You had a lovely red jacket and very tight breeches and gave your orders in a very high-pitched voice, didn't you?
No, I think you're thinking of a different man.
No, it's you, sir. I know it is you, sir. Wasn't it horrible out there? I remember we was in the Sudan. I was standing there with my friend, and suddenly a young officer come up and he says, "General Gordon wants to be relieved." I said, "Oh, I'd like to volunteer to relieve General Gordon, sir." So he says, "Right, you're going in the Camel Corps." Oh, we didn't like that, sir. We didn't like camels. You see, they dribble a lot and give you psoriasis of the elbows. Anyway, we had to go in and have an examination, and my friend came out all smiles. I said, "Why are you smiling?" I'm not keeping you in my job.
No, it's fascinating.
Why are you smiling? He said, "I haven't got to go in the Camel Corps." Oh. He said, I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because I have to wear this truss." So I said, "Oh, I wonder if I could borrow it for a minute or two." So he's a very dear friend of mine, you know. He called me by my maiden name and everything, you know. So he lent me his truss, and I went in, and the doctor gave me a very, very severe examination.
Did he?
He says, "You're going in the Camel Corps." I said, "Why, sir?" He said, "How long have you worn that?" And I said, "About 6 years," telling a little white lie. He says, "You're definitely going in the Camel Corps. Anyone can wear a truss upside down for 6 years, can ride a camel."
Be that as it may, goodbye.
Why, where are you going?
No, I'm looking for volunteers to leave the Great House.
I'd like to volunteer to leave the Great House.
Yes, good, yeah.
Here I said, on behalf of the Boilermakers, you know.
It's NTV time, and oh, what a shame! My client of this week has just moved. Okay, I think he's just about ready. Go now. Hi, Mick Cottrell.
Oh no.
Hi, Mick.
Oh, mate.
Hi.
Welcome to my house.
Oh, it's Sammy the Shammy. Mick, what a lovely welcome. Good afternoon to you. What have you been doing with your day so far?
I've been working all day.
You've been working?
Yeah.
That's why you're a little bit tired there. And that must be lovely Thomas, who is 10 months old?
10 weeks.
10 weeks old, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yes. And Isabel, your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Lovely. This is nice, isn't it? And you like football, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, who do you support?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those, isn't it? It's going to be one of those. Who do you support?
Well, nobody in particular.
No one in particular. I understand that you tell everybody, and you used to boast to your wife, that you had a trial for Birmingham City.
I did, that's true, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So which of the excuses explains why you don't play for them? You tell people that they weren't good enough for you, your dad didn't want you to join up, and what's the other excuse? All right, let's move on to something else. Who do you think ought to be the England manager?
Oh, Mr. Blobby, definitely.
Yeah? Yeah?
Definitely.
This was the Newcastle paper this week that actually ran a poll to find out what the people up in the northeast thought of that question, and in the end, 66% of the people asked said that it should be Mr. Blobby, so you're not far off the mark. Mind you, you're not much of a Mr. Blobby, are you really, Mick? I've got an early picture of you there. Yeah? And who gave you this then? The tough guy talc?
That's tough. Oh, it's it.
Yeah?
Yeah, Gary and Bev.
What?
Gary and Beverly.
Oh, Gary and Beverly. Have you got your teeth in?
Yeah, just right.
And you seem to like falling asleep all the time. Oh, hang on, sorry. Sorry, it's that way. Right. There he is. There we go. And had you collapsed there or fallen asleep?
Probably collapsed.
And clearly you fell asleep there.
Definitely, yeah.
But you're awake there but lying down. And when do you use that?
When I'm in the bath.
When do you use it, Mick?
When I'm in the bath.
Do you?
I'm going to sleep on it.
I understand that actually you don't like water.
Not a lot, no.
No, why is that?
Apes don't like water.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, look, he's getting more blood out of more granite. I hear you do impressions.
Used to.
Yeah, yeah. Give us your Tommy Cooper. Yeah. Bruce, what? Don't encourage me. Bruce, what's I?
What's that one? The scores on the doors, Miss Ford.
I'm going to go and grab a grand, Mick. I'll be back with you in a little while. I'm coming back to you, Mick, so wake up. Last week we asked the question, how many croissants was the restaurant at the foot of the Eiffel Tower sell on the Sunday? And I don't know how many people bothered to phone Paris, but actually the restaurant was closed on Sunday. So I'll tell you the fib. No, it was 75, and 8 people managed to get 75 as the correct answer. So I shall stop it there, and it stops at Bury St Edmunds and Joe Topley. And it will be interesting to find out whether Joe bothered to phone the catering company, who presumably think we're mad as a brush, ringing up. Hello, it's the English here. We wanted to know how many... Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. You must have been sitting on your phone.
No, so it come up.
Oh, right. So you're the one on Grab a Grand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. You're not related to Mick Cottrell in Solihull. He's a bit slow, isn't he? But we're going back to him in a moment, so I hope he's ready. Have a little think about what you'll spend the money on.
Oh, I don't know. 101 things.
101 things?
Yeah, and the washing machine's just broke down. I need a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I should see. Well... Isn't that the exciting you want to do? I mean, don't you want to go in the back of a limousine with Kevin Costner?
Well, I've got 3 children and Christmas is coming up.
What's that got to do with being in the back of a limousine with Kevin Costner? All right, I'll come back to you in a little while. OK, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Here's the question for this week. I'm trying my best. Now, look, we've got a blooming budget coming up, haven't we? And old Kenneth Clark's going to be standing there chuntering on Tuesday about things. How many times do you think he'll say rise? We're being a bit doom-laden here in Crinkly Bottom. We're thinking that he's going to raise things. We'll have any derivation of rise, any version of it, rise, raise, raised or whatever, so you can win some money and he'll take it away from you. Give us a call on 0891 800 300, 0891 800 300, chance to speak on budget day. Mick, are you there, Mick? Mick?
Yes, Noel.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
Now, you are an expert on things musical, I believe.
Oh, I'd like to think so, yeah.
Yeah, good. I understand you organise music quizzes for everybody at Christmas and parties and whatever, and then tell them that they're as thick as you know what, because you know all the answers and you're always the question master.
That is quite correct,
OK,
yeah,
it's mastermind time. Mastermind for you, Mick Cottrell in Solihull. And your name?
Mick Cottrell.
And your occupation?
Storeman.
And where do you live? Solihull, I know about
yeah.
that. And your chosen subject, whether you like it or not, 1970s music.
Yep, smashing, yep.
And your time... Don't say smashing. Have you ever seen one on Mars where I go, smashing, Magnus, smashing? Come on.
Yes, Magnus.
And your...
Yeah.
How's our deck chair doing? Is it all right?
That's all right.
Yeah, good. Right,
yeah.
OK. And your time starts now. On January the 15th, 1972, Don McLean was #1 in the charts. What was the song?
American Pie.
Who had a hit with Come On Feel the Noise in March 73?
Slade.
In which year was Gary Glitter's I Love You, Love Me, Love a hit?
About 74.
73. In which month of 1975 was Status Quo's Down, Down a hit?
July.
January. In 1976, ABBA had 3 #1 hits. What were they? Which supergroup began their career as a support act for Mott's 1973 World Tour?
Yeah.
What is Gary Glitter's real name? In what year did Mark Bolan die? In which year was Status Quo's Rocking All Over the World a hit? Mark Bolan, the ticket... Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, and I'd started, but I can't be bothered to finish. You passed on what seemed an awful lot. You didn't do too badly there. You look a fit man. Do you like to do all the fitness stuff?
Well...
I know you do. I know you do, because you went to a keep fit class and you had your leotard.
Oh, no.
What are we dealing with? Where do we get these people from? We've got a lovely, sexy little number for you to pop on, Mick.
Oh, you have?
Yes, we have. Yeah, here it comes, flying into you. There we go. Right. Pick it up. I'm sure it's your size. Yeah, lovely. And we're going to get that little outfit humming with Lizzie Webb. Lizzie Webb is here. Lizzie, what do you think the chances of knocking him into some shape in...
Pretty slim, but we'll be gentle with him, Noel.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe him as pretty or slim. OK, 8 minutes. She's got 8 minutes to sort him out. Oh, excuse me a moment. Excuse me. Oh, dear. Oops. I'm just acting. I'm just acting. I've got an idea, Mr. Motivator. I've got an idea. I didn't want you on MTV. This is the...
That's not much of a gym.
This is the latest high-tech gym. Get in my gym. Come on, get in that gym.
What, moving up like this?
Yeah, get going like that.
I'm bad, I'm mean, I'm wicked.
Come on,
against time. He's having a ride in a taxi. She's having a baby.
Stop somewhere. No, please carry on with this.
The story of one man's fight against all odds.
If you ever see that bloke, you're going to smack his face in.
Coming soon, Jonathan Morris is Gotcha.
January 1st, 1994. And Chris AKABUSSI gets a gotcha very shortly. What do we do to Chris to make him go like this?
What a stitcher!
Special house party this week because last night we were helping children in need in Crinkley Bottom and we asked people to phone us and pledge money and determine what would happen in this Doctor Who series. Special one for 3D. £101,000 has been raised in this. It's going to be Mandy who helps the Doctor. Now, we need you to put on your glasses, if you bought your glasses. Everybody here in the Great House, kindly put on your glasses. There we go. Lovely. So Mandy will be helping the Doctor in this episode. For the benefit of you who missed part 1, this is part 2. And the evil Rani has got the 5 Doctors in a time loop. It better be worth it to look this stupid, doesn't it? Where were we with the story so far? The evil Rani has got the 5 Doctors in a time loop in the East End. Will the evil Rani win out against the Doctor and Mandy? Or will the Doctor survive to fight another day? You decided.
Take back what I said about an ingenious operator being behind these time jumps.
What's going on, Doctor?
Who else could master such a difficult operation? Back to my TARDIS.
What are you doing?
Why bother trying to summon up your remaining cells? I've weakened you.
I've got a few more tricks up my sleeve yet, madam. It's time for you to start losing.
You! Earth female, come here!
This mustn't...
Leave this to me. I'll take my chance. What are you doing? Leave her alone!
Doctor! Come on, quickly! That's true enough. Get me to the TARDIS as quick as possible.
I'm finding it very difficult to keep up with all of you these days, Doctor.
Some other time, eh, Brigadier? Alas, there's no time for pleasantry. I must find my young friend.
We'll speak soon, old chap. To all of you, I hope.
I now have everything I want apart from one Earthling. My menagerie is almost complete. Prepare to rematerialize at the center of the Earth-time meridian, Greenwich.
You said you locked it.
I did. Someone must have broken in.
What's going on here? Oh, you. What's your game?
I was looking for the doctor. It's really any of your business.
Well, you won't find him in here. He lives at number 1 Albert Square over there. I suggest you leave.
You've seen the doctor?
Yeah. Dr. Leg is the only doctor around here.
Doctor who?
Well, I've seen them thrown out of the Vic, but never dragged in.
I should be taking it easy, not bounding around like some Megaluthian slime skimmer.
Who's that terrible woman?
That's the Rani. Her handiwork is behind all this confusion and time, and now her control is beginning to break down. Ah, good, there's the TARDIS. Come on, Victoria.
Rani's TARDIS.
Doctor!
I see she let you go.
Not before she cloned me, though. She's got a menagerie of clones in there.
She's attempting to transfer a massive time tunnel to the Greenwich Meridian.
She has a computer in there with genetic codes and brain prints of every living creature in the entire cosmos.
And with it, evolution is hers to control. Except, what form were you in when she cloned you? I think it's very important.
Romana.
Time lady. That means there are 2 time brains in the Rani's computer.
It'll overload.
30 seconds to computer achieving full power status, Mistress.
Excellent.
Hold this.
25 seconds, Master.
Trying to override the Rani's computer and harness the power of the time tunnel to pull her TARDIS in and not me.
I assume it's not as easy as it sounds.
Of course not.
20 seconds.
I must try and free my other incarnations from me.
Precisely.
Good luck.
5 seconds.
K9, activate the converter.
2,
1, here goes.
What did you do to her?
Well, there were 2 time brains in her computer, and I used it to propel her into the trap she set for me.
So now your other cells are all free?
Certainly I mean we, are difficult to get rid of.
Remember, it's 3D week on BBC television. For what you're now about to see, I think 1D is enough. Yes, it's curtains up. Light the lights, keep Britain tidy. Cabin crew doors to manual, live from Solihull near Birmingham. Mick Cottrell's NTV. Command performance!
242 back, it's dead easy. Use those arms, Mick. And I'm going to punch the arms across. 1, 2, down, sorry. Now pull them up, push your feet. Under the head, quickly, Mick. Right over. Arms to the side. I'm going to work those legs really now. Hop those legs that big, all over the side. Under the head, give them up. Back to the feet. Give it a little tap. You're doing well, James. Go on, give it hard. Round you go. Come on, round you go. On the way, on the way. All the way down. And up. Bring the legs up. 3. Down, down, down. 1. To the side. Change. Do this way. This way. Away. Back up. Got kneel. And again. Down,
Oh, well done, Lizzie. I'm sure that was your toughest assignment.
I think he's fit.
Yes,
Pretty tough, though, Noel.
We could see the pounds falling off there.
The sweat.
How is it, Mick?
Oh, fine, thanks, Noel.
Sorry?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Thank you for being our star of NTV.
Thanks
So
so much,
much
Noel.
vibing. Gotcha moment. A moment to meet Chris AKABUSSI.
No.
You've waited a long time to see
A
this.
very long time, my friend, and I'll get you back.
I've never seen it yet.
Okay, I'm going to get you back.
All right. Now, the programme was called Off the Beaten Track, an alternative holiday programme from BBC Two. We invited Chris AKABUSSI to go along there, not just to present the programme, but really to be a bit of an investigative journalist and to see it out, really, wasn't it? Because...
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I thought it was going to be just a dad going down there to see the programme and, you know, just report on what it's like for dads and mums and dads and children to come to this
Yeah. Well, this was a personal development centre run by a chap called Roger, who had a Cadillac out the back and, and a cell phone and sunglasses, and straight away Chris spotted that Roger was a bit dodgy.
Dodgy boiler.
Very dodgy boiler. Very dodgy man indeed. And that didn't stop Chris really throwing himself into this with some gusto.
So all the people that are here now are they normally during the week. For example, Malachite, where is he? He runs a candle shop in Tetbury. Moonstone, she has a vegetable stall.
I don't know what the Cadillac's doing out the front.
That's right.
And I don't know why this man calls himself Roger. And I would like, if you're happy, to press some of this as you're talking to him.
So what's this chap doing over here? We must meet him. Have we got time to meet Obsidian now, Jack?
I think we really must crack on.
Just take a moment to ourselves, just to get rid of our own tension and stress and anger in any way, just to take a minute to release that from yourselves.
Yep.
And what we're going to do to cleanse the body is a simple operation. We call it the vacuum cleanup. So if you can't sleep at night, you can just lie in bed and vacuum yourself. Like the hose of a vacuum cleaner, we caress down the right leg, over the knee, behind the knee, round the calf and the shin, and feel it, and feel the tension. The tension's in your hand, and it comes out of the foot.
Be great, now you've just done it. Tell that camera there what you thought of that.
I don't think he's fit.
Well, obviously, Malachi, very sincere and has really got into this and Well, it's very different. Let me just say, it's very, very different. And
you feel better for it?
I don't really think that I feel any better for it at the moment. But then again, I don't really know whether I entered into the spirit of things 100%.
Oh, that's marvellously honest.
And yeah, you have it from Roger. Marvellous honesty. The man behind the shades.
I think it's Crystal's next.
Can you feel anything coming from this? Because I can feel a lot of energy coming from you. Good, positive energy.
I can't feel anything myself, but maybe I'm not tuned in.
What I'm sensing is I feel that you're moving very fast in your life. Would that be right? And that when things get in your way, you just get over them. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe this is the ideal job for you.
I've got to be very honest. I personally didn't feel anything. The earth didn't move for me. But obviously, Stone felt that she felt something. I must confess to being a skeptic at this moment in time. I don't really understand what's going on here, but we'll find out more later on. To try and be as close to nature as you're trying to give me now, you'd have to be in a buff. But in fact, what you've got on there is a uniform. You've got a uniform that you've perceived is acceptable in the society that you're developing here.
Isn't it only the same uniform that a wolf wears when it wears its fur, or a sheep wears when it wears its wool?
No, that's all natural. Yeah, that's your sheep. That's your fur. This is your fur here. Yeah, you've donned a uniform, and I presume this sash means that you're the chief.
I'd like you to close your eyes. Right. And I'd like you to touch an area which is very sensitive to you. Your throat. Touch your throat. I love to feel my throat. You love yourself. You want to marry yourself. If you feel embarrassed with your eyes closed, or you wish to smile or laugh at any time, please do. I want to go deeper.
I actually don't want to go deeper. Oh, no. You've got the mind frame which allows you to believe you can marry yourself.
Yes.
You see, but I've married my wife.
I'm glad you like to marry, Chris.
Well, hopefully my wife's married myself.
That's where I'm at.
I think... Sorry.
I just need to mention it. It's just a technical
that's right.
It's not really. I just wanted you to ask him. You have 30 people here on a weekend. How much do you charge them each? Okay. Okay. Can we lose... I'm sorry, we have this terrible term in television where we say, can we lose you? It sounds very callous, and it is.
Can you give me a sort of figure in my ballpark out? How much I expect to spend?
Well, it would be everything included. From the moment you came across the threshold, everything is included.
Yes. No, but what I want to say is how much would I have to...
We don't charge for accommodation, for any of the lessons or the experiences.
So I could come here for your charge, you're saying?
No. There isn't. There's a charge. There's a nominal charge.
Would you like to divulge how much that would be?
Yeah. Yes. I believe I'm not absolutely 100% sure, but £450. £450.
£450?
Yeah.
Okay, and for the £450, who would I like the cheque to?
To me, Roger Waldrist.
Roger Waldrist?
Yeah.
That's interesting, okay.
It's very good.
Roger Boiler.
This is wrong. The whole thing smells, which is excellent, because we've got a bit of an exclusive.
Absolutely, definitely. Come this way round.
The rice. Go ahead down the armory stand. If you'd like to stand here with me. This is the regeneration, Chris, of the questor who spent the weekend. Now, what we also have here is they begin this incantation and it gets longer and louder. Makes it much more interesting. Gotcha!
wicked, man.
As we say in the game, what a reveal there, hey, wasn't it?
That was
you
wicked,
did
mate.
jump.
Oh, dear me, I couldn't believe it, mate. I couldn't believe it. And that Roger guy...
Dodgy boiler.
I went and sort him out, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, great country for Chris AKABUSSI. In Bury St Edmunds, you said you got 3 kids?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse and you want to spend the money on Christmas?
Yes.
Jolly good.
Can you just wave to my hubby? He's just down the pub to spend some.
Oh, right, hang on a minute, Joy, we're a bit short of time. This guy plays for England, he plays at Arsenal, he's the top league and cup goal scorer in England this year, and he scored today. Ian Wright! You got Joy on there, Ian?
Right, Joy. Which newsreader lost his voice while reading the news this week?
Martin Lewis.
Yep.
Yep. Next one?
Yeah.
Right, what caused the halt of London Underground this week?
Power failure.
Yes, yeah.
Who will play the part of Rhett Butler in the sequel to Gone with the Wind?
Timothy Dalton.
Yes, you're right, you got the full minute. You hop in there, please, if you would. Take the phone off there. Thank you very much. Now, I can offer you 3,000 Dutch guilder, 30,000 Crinkly Bottom groats, or 3 million San Marino lira. I don't want to mention it. 3 million. What are you going for?
The Dutch one.
You're going for the guilders. It's the lowest. It's only 1,071. You caught my hand in that flap there. That was a very naughty effort. Come on, Ian. Over here. Joy, he was working very hard for you there. What was the score today in your match?
2-1 we beat them.
Yeah, good. And you got one of them?
Yeah, I scored the first one.
Yeah, good, OK. So it's Dutch guilders going in there. Where have you got it? There's another one there. Have we got them all?
I don't know.
Yeah. OK. Yep, right, on there. So it comes out at 925, 925. What's the conversion on 925? The Bank of Crinkly Bottom computer will now come out at £330. Have a word with Joy. A big thank you to everybody who took part in the Doctor Who phone in. £110,000 raised for children in need, which is absolutely marvellous. Thank you for that. The question tomorrow... No, Tuesday, if you would like to try and win some money in our Grab-A-Grand. The question, of course, relates to the budget. And when Kenneth Clarke is delivering his speech on Tuesday, how many rises will he mention? Next week, Bo Derek is with us in Crinkly Bottom. Also, Rosemary Ford gets a gotcha. And Mr. Blobby meets London.
Snake in the grass. Is my wife in here?
No.
Are you sure? Yeah. A little short woman, about 18 stone. Grey hair dyed pink. Makeup by polyfiller.
No, she's not here. Why are you looking for her?
Right, you're right. Yes, let her get lost. Where's the gym?
Oh, upstairs. Keep it big breaks going. See you next week for the break show. beginning we didn't know what was going to happen, and a few strange things occurred there. That's the first time...
What I was talking about?
No, there was something funny happening at that door, because the bill went as well. Serious bill drop. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for entering into the spirit of that. You may give yourselves a round of applause. You were brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. We've just got to do a proggy trail, which will go out next week, and we'll just sort ourselves out for that, and then Felix traditionally buys us a drink. And I think, seeing we've all done so well, maybe one each this week, Felix. I know it's old, but it just filled a bit of gap.
No, You've been a super audience, nearly as good as they were last week. You know, they were great last. Have you enjoyed it? Have you enjoyed it? All the people, and that is Noel's driver who's going to drive him back to the West Country, then up to Birmingham tomorrow for TV Addicts. That boy never read. Give him a round of applause. I mean, you could go if you want to, but we don't want you to because the doors are locked. What's the worst thing you can hear when you're making love? I'm home, darling. Anyway, so I'm down. Tonight, I thought tonight would be any musical people of the musical, because I first of all started in a group, and he's gone from there. So I thought, like, you laughed behind the others. You waited for them. You laughed like about 3 minutes. Where's old Bob? Where's Bob Rose? Where's Bob, the West Midland man? He's one of our staunch. Give him a round because he's one of our best supporters. Bring one more people down from the West Midlands. He comes all the way down. Stand up, Bob. Stand up, Bob. We've got to make a special one for him. There he is. A man, 94, and still going strong. No, he's come down many years down here. And listen, there's someone in our audience who's lost an earring. Some lady in our audience has lost an earring. It's, I've got the one here, but if it matches, that's okay. Has anyone lost a little earring? The studio super gave it to me. This one, little one here. Oh, it is that lady. Would you pass it back? Stand up, that lady who doesn't know she hadn't got a sudden earring in. And would you pass it back? Would you pass it back to that lady there? What is your name, dear? And is that your kid? I hate kids. Anyway, would she like to come down here? Would she like to come down and get it for Mummy, or we pass it? Come down here, dear little soul. Come down here, little perish. Come down here, darling. That's it. Come down here. She's not allowed on the floor because she's not an equity. Anyway, but come down here, darling. What is your name? What is your name? Who? Silly name, isn't it? Come down here, dear. Come down. It's all right. They'll look after it. Our producer won't mind you coming down there. And your name is Helen. Would you like to stand up here with me? Stand up here, Helen, with me, if you would. Kelly, oh, Kelly, I thought you said... I knew what she said. I was going to do a joke. There, dear little soul. You stand there. And this is your mummy's ring, is it? Yes. Have you ever seen so many people looking at you at one time? No, is it good? I have that every night. I do the news as well, you know. And is that Mummy's? Is that Mummy's? Oh, you've got a little ring on yourself, haven't you? You're a dear little soul. Give her a little round of applause. She's lovely. Could someone lift this young lady down because she may fall? Come on, the right one. Kirsty, come and lift this girl down, will you please? There's a little girl up here. She's wedged up here. Somebody from the prop, for God's sake, come and lift the kid down. Just come on, one of you, for God's sake. You could hurt yourself. Would you lift her down? Oh, two of them now. Only one is sorry one. Give them a round of applause. Both they're lovely girls. This is designer, costume designer. And that is one of our best researcher, that is. Now, you have been damn nice. I'm glad. I am, by the way, a lot of people think that I'm a little bit that way, but I'm not. They caught you, didn't they? You made out you got in your car, you got subtle. No, but it was good. That was a good one, no. A lot of people think I'm that way, you know, a little bit light on my feet, but I'm bloody not. I'm not one of those. Don't keep winking, I'm not. Might help them out when they're busy. But anyway, as I say, it'd be rather nice if I thought, would someone, would you, I know you're there, one of the lads, where's Lee? Where's Lee? Lee, or, would you, Lee, oh, long hair, come here. He's got a blinking great thing. I hate people that are bloody great. Come here, bring me my guitar, for God. This is head of props. He isn't really, but he makes that seem important. Would you take the guitar out, please? This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lee. He's the only one unattached in it, and he's not at all. He's quite a nice boy. And no, I mean, does anybody fancy him? Because the poor sod he's never been lucky, and he's been. How long have you been at the BBC? You've never got lucky once. 4 years. 4 years he's been here, and no one. He's got his own home. He's got his mother and father live next door. door, and he's got his own place, and he's worth a few bob. And he cannot get a girl. We don't know why. And I've looked at him, and he's all right. He's all there. No, but he's a lot. Honestly, we've got a smashing team here. I mean, Noel is great. He's our leader, as it were, and Mike Lego up there, and also the John Beasley. They're all they're bosses. They're all marvellous. And we all get on so well. That is the main thing. I don't like any of them. But and we have Kathleen up there, as a Scottish girl, and lots of people like that, and she's in love with me. But I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm playing hard to get. Because really, I'm married. My wife's kinky. She said one night, let's make love like cats. So we did. Fell off the bloody roof. But anyway, I am a grandad. Would you believe I'm a grandad? Any of you believe I'm a grandad? Would you? Oh, of course, you're son of my word. But I've got three grandsons. One is 13, wants to be a jockey. You haven't taken your eyes off me all night, have you? And now I've got three grandsons. I mean, I'm very proud of being a grandad. Any other grandfathers here? I'm very proud of being a grandad. Mind you, being a grandad has got its drawbacks. The main drawback is you have to sleep with a sodding granny. Anyway, would you hold that? Would you hold that for me? And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you have you ever heard of Bert Whedon? Have you heard of Bert Whedon? Well, Bert and I go back many years, and then there's a little fella called. Pete, help me out, over my shoulder, for God's sake. Pete Towns, you ever heard of Pete Towns and Eric Clapton? Well, they used to come to my place at the weekend. I taught them with the guitar. Yeah. I was just going to do before.
Just mentioned there, very famous people, Eric Clapton, whatever. Felix, you can come down just a second. We have a little surprise for you. We have to do this recording, and it's somebody who I've admired for many years, and I wonder if you'd give him quite a warm reception this evening. It's Mr. Blobby. Calm down. Staying with you, Rog. Calm down, we just got to do a trail blob. It's all right. Right. Yes. Oh, this is a very... It has to be said. Was that wind? I've actually been inside this thing. It is the most impossible thing to do anything with, except Barry Killerby is just unbelievable about bringing 6 feet of rubber to life. Barry Killerby is in here, ladies and gentlemen. You're not desperate to go, are you? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Have you got a doctor standing by? I know it's going to be a disaster.
Do you want reaction, if it's funny? Do we need reaction?
How long is this meant to be? Okay.
We are recording.
Where? Here? Oh, you said be aware of that, right.
Okay, so quiet please to start with.
The cruelest thing is they've just said, Blobby will hide behind you. This week, the stars come out in Crinkly Bottom. Little and Large, Rosemary Ford gets a gotcha. Nigel Mansell joins us, and Bo Derek is flying in. And I'm sure there's somebody else, but I can't think who it is. Oh! Mr. Floppy makes Oh! You're all right. You got the padding. Yes. Yeah, I'm quite happy to end at the Bo Derek bit. What? I hope she comes in and does that next week.
Mr. Blobby, a bit more left and right when Noel was speaking to begin with. That's it.
Sorry? Right, okay. Well, he just ought to drop on.
Yes. Still recording, so going 5, 4, 3, 2.
The stars come out in Crinkly Bottom this week. We've got Little and Large, Rosemary Ford gets a gotcha, Nigel Mansell's joining us, and Bo Derek. I'm sure there's somebody else, but I can't think who. Oh!